Hola! After 28 years, Argentina got their hands on the Copa America while Italy found redemption at the Euros, ending a 53-year drought. The J1 League is still nowhere close to crowning a champion just yet, but more than halfway into the season, and here on the J1 League Goal Zone, we'll have it all for you one by one, all the way to the finish. Last set of fixtures before the league breaks for the Olympic Games. The Marinos look to extend their winning streak as they hosted Avispa. Urawa were in Owita for their fixture, and the Antlers were on the road to Kashiwa. The Marinos connected their 5th straight win last week and continued their pursuit of top spot with Avispa in town this round. The visitors were in a different situation from the title challengers, having lost 3 straight and had fallen to 10th. Nearly 2 months since they'd kept a clean sheet, the Fukuoka side would certainly have their hands full trying to contain the Marinos' attacking machine. Here's Patrick Kinghorn.
Here's Thiago Martins, Elba. The Oki will chase this back, and anyone who can put a bit of pressure on Murakami. He's getting plenty of distance in his clearances early. Thiago Martins again wins one in the air, and that's going to break for Nakagawa. Teruhito Nakagawa, is this his first goal of the season? What a save from Masaki Murakami. Well, Teruhito Nakagawa's had 2 chances in the opening quarter of an hour, and the keeper has produced a world-class save here. Elba, Koyoki. Nice layoff. Look at John Amano in time and space. Parried away, and that's an own goal. It's come off Tatsuki Nara. Wonderful build-up play, and it has been coming. Yokohama F. Marinos lead in the 22nd minute. A calamitous own goal, but it was really crafted by a wonderful pass from Koyoki to Ogihara, and John Amano's ball on the edge of the 6-yard box. I suppose you could argue the keeper really should have caught that, because the punch has just gone straight into the guts of Tatsuki Nara. Look at the space they've got down the right all of a sudden. Koyoki finds Elba. Elba with a chance to run at the defenders here. Elba, great cross, Onowu, 2-0! That is a thing of beauty. The Marinos are in full flight here, and Adoanu with his 12th of the season, it looks very much like that gap at the top is going to be cut to 9 points to Kawasaki Frontale. A long afternoon at the office. He's awaiting Avispa Fukuoka now. Look at this from Elba. He's been a standout. Koyoki was involved in the build-up as well, and Adoanu's header gave Murakami no chance. It's Yokohama F. Marinos 2, Avispa Fukuoka 0. Perfect finish from Adoanu. Patient build-up from the Marinos. Thiago Martins back to Ogihara. They might try and switch to the left now, will they? No, they'll stick down that right-hand side, which saw them to such good effect in the first half. I'll look at that touch from John Amano. Elba now on the right. Onowu waits in the middle. Onowu! Point-blank save on the rebound, Onowu, and again it's saved by Murakami. How about that touch from John Amano in the build-up there? The cross from Elba was exquisite. Sure, Onowu's hungry for more goals as he chases that golden boot. He's currently 2 behind Furuhashi of Kobe. Wada! Oof! He hit that properly, didn't he? That just did wide left as Takano. Cross in the end. Still come for Terraton though. Terraton trying to thread it through to Elba. Will eventually get the ball regardless. Elba, look at the space they've got. It's got to be 3. What a save! Masaki Murakami. Somehow, Watanabe doesn't score. I don't know how. It's almost behind the keeper. Brilliant save. Well, he might have made the mistake that led to the own goal, but he's made a couple of world-class saves in the second half now. On the edge of the area, Emil Solomonson over the top into the area. Maybe a shot on goal coming here. Whistle past the post. It's as close as they've come, Avispa Fukuoka, and it was the skipper Hiroyuki Mei who very nearly gave us a grandstand finish. Hit the post, in fact. Kyoki's going to get this back. It's 3-on-1. Onowu waits in the middle. It's a good block from the cross, but they'll get another go at this. Still Kyoki. Chance for three, and it's over the bar. I think they're saying it took a touch. It matters not. We've played the 5 minutes of time to be added on for stoppages. Well, it's been a disappointing second half, this. Kyoki given plenty of opportunities. And then the shot from Watanabe, the last meaningful action of this game, goes over the bar. And that will do it. Our referee, Hiroyuki Kimura, blows for full time. The Marinos now only with the 1 game in hand on Kawasaki Frontale, but they close the gap now to 9 points. It's finished here at the NHK. Yokohama F Marinos 2, Avispa Fukuoka 0.
Vegalta had now gone 4 games without a win and found themselves back in relegation territory. They faced an in-form Consadole Sapporo side with 3 wins out of 4, but the visitors would surely be missing their striker Anderson Lopez, the Brazilian top scorer, having moved to China earlier this month. Would Sendai take advantage of the attacking void and produce a much-needed victory at home? Here's Shazad Haq.
It's Yoshiaki Komai who's moved from up the field into this pivot sort of role. That has got his way in. Would you believe it? They've taken the lead here. He could barely believe it. What a start this has been for Sapporo. Lucas Fernandez, who's been in and out of the side a little bit. He did say he loves to push forward when he can. Oh, I think he might be offside here. That might get reviewed. That's a wonderful, wonderful shot. The angle was tough. It was on the half volley. But I think he may well be offside. Kaneko. Is that offside? The flag has gone up this time. There is no doubt on Ogashiwa. He put it away. It will be checked anyway. I think he knew he was offside anyway. There are holes though, aren't there? He's leaning in. He's certainly offside there. Big throw, look at the space here. Fantastic throw, Kashiwa racing through. Kaneko wants the ball, surely he should be going towards the goal. Kashiwa could have gone for goal himself, he does. It's far away, but look at how easy this is at the moment. The defence pushing right up there, the throw going beyond them. He had time to square, didn't he? Actually, if you look at that, certainly Lucas and perhaps Kaneko in a good position to receive the ball. Just gave it the eyes, didn't he? There's Fukumori. Header in, that's a great goal! Hooking that in. Nicely taken by Miyazawa, who doesn't score many, but he took that so well. His first goal this season, his 7th in his career, in 170 appearances almost. Oh, lovely technique, but again, all way too easy. Wow, the referee's going off to check something. Was there a foul? It is going to be disallowed. Yoshino. Felipe, he's done well here, strung off the advances of Shuta Tanaka. Gets it across to Akasaki. It's a good ball through, what a goal that is! Oh, and they strike back in their very first attack. Excellent work, started by the Brazilian. Felipe Cardoso and scored by the fullback. Mase did well here. Shrugged off Miyazawa and Tanaka, got the ball through to Akasaki. Look at this run though from Mase, and he finished it beautifully. Takumi Mase side puts that in, and finally Sendai come alive, and we have got a game on our hands now. Hashimura in a good position. Oh, on the follow-up, they can't score. Hashimura did well to get the first shot away, and then the follow-up, Masai couldn't keep it down. Came off the crossbar. Arana got some kind of touch on it. Oh, what a shot that is from Kaneko. It rocks the post. He's smashed it, hasn't he? I think Slovak probably had that covered anyway, but what an effort that was. Just sat up nicely. That would have been some goal. Chanatip, what a save that is! A double save from Slovak that has kept his team right in it. The flag had gone up. It did look like the rebound was offside, but excellent work from the pole. Excellent as well from Chanatip. He wasn't tonight, it was offside to Slovak. He just had to pull off the save, and he did his job brilliantly. That will be it. And there we have it. A game that was dominated at the start by Consadole Sapporo, then turned into less of a mismatch and a more balanced one by the time we got to the second half. But the final score at the Yurtek Stadium Sendai, it's Vegalta Sendai 1, Hokkaido Consadole Sapporo 1.
Another side deep in the waters of relegation, Owita. Their miserable form continued in front of goal last week as they failed to score for the fourth game in a row. With 3 losses in that period, their lack of goals would likely spell trouble against Urawa, who'd proven a difficult side to beat of late. Inside the first 2 minutes here, Seigo Kobayashi breaking down the left-hand side. He pulls the ball back to Hokuto Shimoda, and that shot saved by Shusaku Nishikawa. But 10 minutes later, and Kobayashi's foray down the left-hand side would pay dividends this time. Yamato Machida with the header. Owita 1-0 up. Just 2 minutes later, and they'd have another golden chance. Shun Nagasawa disappointingly scuffing that one left of the upright. A better effort would come midway through the first half. Shimoda again tipped over the bar by Nishikawa. It was all Owita in the first half hour. This time Kenta Inoue from the right. Nagasawa not quite getting his header on target. Urawa's first chance didn't come until extra time in that first period. Kai Shibato's shot taking a deflection beyond the post. But they warmed to the task in the second half. Tatsuya Tanaka crossing from the right, Takahiro Akimoto going close. Owita certainly quietened in the second half. Their best effort coming from distance, Shimoda well wide of the mark. It was all about whether Urawa could equalise. A left-footed strike from Koya Yuruki, saved by the goalkeeper. Their final chance came with 15 minutes left. Yoshio Koizumi's ball somehow finds Kenyu Sugimoto, and with his shot parried away by William Pop, Owita take the home win. That huge win for Owita hands the Reds their first loss in 3. Time for a break now, but we'll have another shocker coming up on the other side. Stay where you are. A warm welcome back to the J1 League Goal Zone. More goals coming your way with 4 games before we wrap up this round. Let's head to Hiroshima for our next fixture. Sanfrecce came into this game missing regular keeper Keisuke Osako to the national side, while Yuya Osano was out injured. Even with midfield star Hayao Kawabe having moved on to ply his trade in Switzerland, a contest with Yokohama should still seem like little trouble for the home team, with the bottom of the table club having mustered only one win from their entire campaign. 11 minutes in, Yokohama defending a corner convert that into a quick break. A wonderful ball forward from Yota Maijima, and Keijiro Ogawa's in a foot race with the defenders. He rounds the goalkeeper and the visitors are 1-0 to the good. They weren't far away from going 2-0 up when the ball fell to Hideko Takahashi outside the box, his right-footed curling effort just beyond the upright. Still time though for Sanfrecce to draw level. Yoshifumi Kashiwa with the cross, Tsukasa Morishima's header not on target. But 2 minutes later they were at it again. Ezekiel with a strong run down the left-hand side, but he couldn't muster quite enough power and direction in his finish. Ezekiel was at it again early in the second half, providing that cross to the far post. Santos tries to set himself up for the overhead, but it all went a little bit embarrassingly wrong. Sanfrecce though continued to carve out chances. Shun Ayakawa manufacturing one for himself here, shot saved though by Yuji Rokutan. Yokohama looking to get their second goal, Kleber knocking this one down and getting the ball back in return. His shot fired directly at the goalkeeper and parried out for a corner. Could Sanfrecce find a late equaliser with just 2 minutes left? It turned out that Shunki Higashi's touch at the far post wasn't powerful enough. Rokutan gathered that, and the away team wins this one by 1-0. Tokushima came into this one on the back of 3 successive losses, which has seen them plummet towards the bottom of the table. Their opponents were a side doing the opposite, Shimizu making the slow climb upwards, having lost only once in their last 5. A long throw coming in here in only the second minute. After the ball seemed to bobble around forever, Teruki Hara found the opening, snatched at it, and put Shimizu 1-0 up. But 12 minutes later, their lead was beaten back. Ken Iwao squares it to Masaki Watai, who pummels that one home with his right foot from the edge of the box. And the early goals kept coming. Kami Fukumoto gets a hand to Hara's cross, only to deflect it onto the head of his own defender Kaka. Shimizu go 2-1 up. 7 minutes remaining in the first half, and a series of fine touches from Vortis puts Taisei Miyashiro through, but his shot well saved by goalkeeper Shuichi Gonda. Fast forward to the 83rd minute now, and some good close control from Hiroshi Ibusuki, but that shot didn't present a great deal of difficulty for Kami Fukumoto. Still time for some drama though in the final 3 minutes. Yudai Konishi putting this one onto his left foot and beyond the goalkeeper. Tokushima draw level and Vortis steal a point. Next up in Kanagawa, Bellmare were up against a Tokyo side that had won their last 3 and looked to continue that push into the top 5. The visitors won the reverse fixture 3-2 and should fancy another victory in Shonan. Here in the 20th minute, Leandro with a strong run down the right-hand side. He's looking at Adalton in the penalty box, but the ball fell a little bit behind him and he struggled to keep it down. Just 2 minutes later, at the other end of the field, Shuto Machino with the through ball. Yuki Ohashi with pressure from the defender shoots that into the goalkeeper's chest. 6 minutes into the second half now, and Tokyo break down the right-hand side in the shape of Diego Oliveira. His cross finds Leandro into the side netting. 6 minutes later, and Shonan looking for their equaliser. Hirokatsu Ishihara with the cross, Machino gets there first time, and what a save from Go Hatano. Just after the hour mark, and Tokyo thought they'd gone ahead when Leandro put the ball into the back of the net. But VAR ruled quite rightly that Oliveira had drifted into an offside position during the build-up and before he played the ball through to him. But Tokyo kept coming, Leandro with another effort from an awkward height. No trouble for Daiki Tomi. Still no goals here in the 83rd minute. Kyosuke Tagawa sending Leandro on his way. Beautiful check from him. And with the shot destined for the back of the net, a superb block from Ishihara. But Kensuke Nagai is on hand to rifle in the rebound. In the 90th minute, more bad news for Shonan. Satoshi Tanaka booked for leaving the ground with his challenge on Shuto Abe, but VAR looked at it again and changed it into a straight red. Tokyo win this one, 1-0 away from home. Another side looking to break into the top 5, Kashima were presented with an opportunity as they travelled to play a Kashiwa side that looked headed for the drop zone. Reysol, with just one win in 10, meant the visitors looked favourites to take this one. And they settled in quickly with a second-minute corner that Everaldo just headed over the bar. Kashiwa looking for the opener just after the half-hour mark. Hiromu Mitsumaru finds Pedro Raul, who perhaps should have had a crack with his left foot. But the Antlers pressed back immediately. A lovely flick from Diego Pituca. Shomodoi's header straight into the arms of the goalkeeper, Kim Seung-gyu. An entertaining but goalless first half ended with Mitsumaru crossing to Takumi Kamijima. His header just beyond the upright. Into the second half now, and the home team still looking for the breakthrough. Cristiano's shot scuffed beyond the far post. But 3 minutes later, in an almost identical position after being supplied by Kamijima, Cristiano this time would get it right. And 4 minutes later, he was involved again. A delightful backheel to Takuma Ominami. Pedro Raul slams this one in to make it 2-0. 20 minutes left for the Antlers to get back into this one. Katsuya Nagata with the cross. Arthur Kaiki well off the target. Kaiki not covering himself with glory here in the 88th minute either. Miscuing that one, but Katsuya Nagato's cross finds Tomoya Inukai, and the Antlers pull one back. It wasn't enough though. The home team take this one by 2-1. The Marinos continued their fine form, winning 2-0 over Avispa. A first win in 5 games for Owita, a big one at home as they stunned Urawa 1-0. Another surprise in this round, Yokohama collecting their second win as they overcame Sanfrecce in Hiroshima. Vortis and Shimizu shared the points after an entertaining encounter, while Tokyo got by with a 1-0 win in Shonan. A 6th win in a row then for the Marinos, and they continue their march towards challenging Kawasaki for the title. 9 points adrift now, with one more game in hand. Another win for Tokyo sees them inch closer to the top spots for Champions League qualification. 4 straight losses and Avispa fall into the bottom half of the table. Still some daylight between them and the drop zone, but fellow promoted side Tokushima are now a flicker away from falling back into J2 football next year. Yokohama finally notched up their second win, but they need to pull out all the stops if they're to drag themselves out from under the rubble before the season's end. Before we leave you, big props to Kawasaki, Nagoya and Cerezo for making it through to the round of 16 in the AFC Champions League. We head into the Olympic break now, but we'll spring back into action before you know it. My name's Steve Dawson, and we'll see you in August.